Welcome back to the Appalachian Smokewagon YouTube channel. Today we're going to be unboxing a new Spyderco knife in CPM 15V and talking about this blade. We haven't done a video on it yet, but it's also in CPM 15V. This is my favorite blade steel right now for my use at the time, and it's not going to be around too much longer. I think when Spyderco's stock of this runs out, there will be no more 15V, at least for a while, until someone else can make 15V from my understanding. But it's a very good steel, and we're going to talk about it a little bit. The little bit I know about it, which isn't much. I'm not a real blade steel guy. I've learned a lot about it here lately, but just hit on a few things I know about it and talk about a couple knives. We're going to unbox one and talk about this one. I haven't done a video on it yet, but I am trying to gather all the 15V blades I can get my hands on right now because I absolutely really like this blade steel. So let's go ahead and open this. And while we're opening this, if you don't mind to hit the subscribe button for me and leave us a comment. Let me know what your go-to blade steel is and your go-to EDC blade. Thank you in advance for that. Uh-oh, not another Spyderco. Not another Spyderco. It's come from Blade HQ. I've ordered a lot of knives from there. Not sponsored. I did pay full price for this blade. We've got the Native 5 15V with the FRN scales. This is the lightweight model. Spyderco packaging is I mean, you pay a good bit for these blades, but the money doesn't go to the packaging. We'll just leave it at that. And I'm good with that. I'm fine with that. Get your Spyderco sticker. There's several different versions of these. Usually there's a different one in every box, but every box comes with one if it's a legit Spyderco. Depending on the blade steel, you'll get your card talking about this is a high carbon, high performance blade steel. They're not rust resistant, which 15V is not. It's not a stainless steel. Uh-oh. Sorry about that, but when you get a sprint run, you get one of these. Tells you it's a limited edition, featuring Crucible Industries CPM 15V. Gives you the composition of the steel down here and all that, if you guys want to pause and read that. And then you also get like the history of the Native 5, the evolution, all of that jazz, limited warranty information, all of that. So we'll get through that, set this off to the side, and we will get into the meat and potatoes, or the FRN and the steel. This is my first time handling a Native 5. This is, like I said, the lightweight model. You get the tan brown scales, which comes with all the 15V models. Now I've heard it's not as easy to Spidey flick one of these natives, but we're gonna try it right out of the box and see if we can get it. We'll do the finger flip first. Oh yeah, she flipped fine. See, it's not a huge knife, but it's not a super small knife either. It is a back lock. That is one thing that's kept me from purchasing this knife in the past. The reason I got it was the 15V. I'm not a big fan of back locks. I had a lot of back lock pocket knives growing up, and not that it's a bad, especially Spyderco's back locks are really good, but the compression locks, like the ball lock on the Mannix, I just prefer more than a back lock. Let's see if she drops. And when you drop one of these, you want to make sure your finger is up here to catch the blade as it falls. Yes, it does fall, and then you close it on shut. Well, didn't flip it that time. She's a little stiff. She needs some breaking in. So you can finger flip it. Give it a little nudge. See if I can get it with my thumb. Yes, I did get a thumb flip there. As you can see, Spyderco CPM 15V. Got your Spyderco logo. Got your Golden Colorado USA Earth. Got your Sal Glesser marking. And then you got your bear with the triple B's to show that this is the Sean Houston Big Brown Bear heat treat on this blade steel. And that's what makes this blade steel so amazing. To my understanding, 15V was not a great knife steel until he perfected the heat treat for it and gave it really good edge retention. And it's easy to sharpen, especially with say like a fixed angle sharpening system, which I'm dipping my toes into. You'll see a video on that here soon. But freehand sharpening, I'm not great. Yeah, we'll just leave it there. I'm not great at freehand sharpening, but I'm still trying to learn. Blade stock's not too thin, not too thick. Pretty nice for a pocket knife. You got a, now this is new to me, this little swedge thing up here at the top. You got the grinded sides. Yes, my hands are dirty. I have been sharpening knives, so pretty cool looking blade. Perfect size for a pocket knife for a lot of guys. She is very, very sharp. We'll put it on some paper here in a minute. You've got no liners in here, so it's really lightweight. For you guys that like the lightweight stuff, this is a really lightweight knife. It's the lightweight model, obviously. Got your FRN back spacer, then a big piece of steel, so there's no pocket lint or anything can get down through there, but it will go in here and build up, so you will have to blow it out occasionally. See how she feels in the hand. I have really large hands, size extra large glove, and as you can see, I can choke up on this knife really well. Grab it back here. Got some nice jimping up here. Not real aggressive, but aggressive enough. I like it. I like it. I'm glad to have it in the collection. Like I said, I'm trying to get all the 15V I can. And then that comes into this. The Spyderco Micro Jimbo. To my understanding, this was designed by Michael Janich, a martial arts guy. These knives were designed for self-defense. You got your tactical Wharncliffe blade. This is a super small knife. This is the micro. I do have a Yo Jumbo coming, not in 15V unfortunately, but I do have a Micro Jumbo coming, and we'll do a video comparing the micro to the Yo Jumbo real soon, so look for that on the channel. This thing is very sharp out of the box. I haven't carried this knife yet. I just got it like a week ago, but I have been really sick for like the past 2 weeks. It's like I can't shake this stuff, and finally feeling good enough to get back into making some videos. This has the G10 scales in the brown. You can see Spyderco CPM 15V, the Spyderco logo. Golden, Colorado, USA Earth. Then you got the Michael Janich logo, who designed. And then once again, the bear and the triple B for the Big Brown Bear heat treat on this 15V steel. It's got a nice, I don't know if this is a stone wash or what, but it's a really nice matte finish on these 15V blades. I have a bunch of 15V blades. I probably need to do a video on just my 15V Spydercos. I'm trying to get all of them that I can. I really regret not being able to get the Shaman that come out in 15V. That may have been one of the first ones that they released, was the Shaman. I would have loved to have had the big hunk of Shaman blade steel in 15V. Would have loved it. I didn't get my hands on the Paramilitary 2, but I think Spyderco is releasing a Paramilitary 2 lightweight in 15V this year, and I am on waiting lists on several sites to get that blade when it drops. So hopefully you'll see that on the channel. This is the compression lock, not a back lock like this. You can see this is the back lock. This is a compression lock. It's like a frame lock, but on top, really similar. You can do the one-hand closing. Let's see if this baby drops shut. Yes. And this knife has good sound, audible sounds to it too, when you open it and when you close it. Deep carry wire pocket clip that has very, very good retention. You can put this thing anywhere in your pocket and it will stay. A shortened pocket clip for this model. Most of the Spyderco clips are much longer than this. There's the two models. I think you can get a Native 5 that's even smaller than this, I'm pretty sure. But for me, that's about as small as I want to go for anything I'm going to carry. That right there. We will open both and compare. There you go. Let me know in the comments which one you like better, which one you would go for. This one does have the forward finger choil and jimping. This one has no choil and no jimping, but it does have the little dip there for your thumb. This knife is very pokey. I mean, it really resembles a razor blade. This thing is very slicey. Full flat grind on both. Both are very slicey. Let me grab some paper, see what I can find, and we'll do some paper slicing. Okay, we got a little bit of notebook paper here. And both of these are factory edged. I like to get more magazine paper or something a little thinner, but this was all I could find right now. Let's just see how she slices through some paper with the factory edge. Very clean. Very clean, sharp factory edge. Yeah, that's gonna need some breaking in, but you can still one hand close it and one hand open it. For the Micro Jimbo, let's check the edge on that. Very slicey. Slicey. So yeah, two good options from Spyderco. You can get both of these models in a lot of different other blade steels. I'm just a 15V nerd. I really like the 15V. I cut through lots of cardboard and tape on a daily basis, and my 15V has just went weeks and weeks without even really noticing a dulling edge. I do strop them quite often, strop them back after a couple days. I'll strop them back and they stay super sharp, razor sharp, hair popping sharp. And there you have it, the Micro Jimbo and the Native 5 from Spyderco in 15V. Let me know in the comments which one you like better, which one you would carry. Would you even consider carrying either one of them? Just let me know. Leave me a comment. Thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Sorry for the lack of videos lately. Like I said, I've been sick, and we've been in the middle of a snowpocalypse. It's actually supposed to be a little warmer today, so we're going to try, Gravy Train and I are going to try to get to the range and get some pew-pew footage shot. So look forward for that on the channel, and look for more blade content here on the Appalachian Smoke Wagon channel. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Until the next one, Smoke Wagon out.